Oh, so good evening, everyone. Hey, everyone, it's Gordon here again. And I want to say thank you for everyone who's dropping by tonight, even if it's tomorrow morning or on the replay. If you could do me a favor, if you do drop in, just drop a comment in the below with a number one in the comment. So this way we can, number one, acknowledge you for being here and say thank you. Thank you for being here because tonight I have a very special guest, a very good friend of mine. I want to introduce to you. This individual is someone I have a lot of respect for. Okay, when it comes to digital marketing and growth and acceleration of your business, I cannot think of a better individual who's already helping individuals, businesses, small and medium-sized companies grow their brands and not just grow their brands, but actually monetize and make money with their brands. But what you're going to love about this individual is he not only knows how to make money, he's a family man and he loves to help people. So, everyone, please help me welcome my amazing friend, Mr. Rolando Francis. Rolando, welcome, welcome.
Thanks so much, Gordon. Good to see you. I'm so excited to be here, and just the upcoming event, man. I'm pumped and excited for it. So I can't wait.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk a little bit about the event coming up on Saturday, September 17th as well, where Rolando will be one of the speaker panel experts. So if you guys live in the GTA, Toronto, even if you don't live here, fly in, you guys. You do not want to miss the opportunity to meet Rolando in person. And a little later today, we'll show you how you can actually get a free complimentary ticket or purchase a VIP ticket to get there. So I'm going to get back to you on that a little bit, Rolando. Before we get started, what I would love to ask is this, Rolando. You are extremely successful in teaching people how to make money online. But before we talk about that, can you tell us a little bit about who are you? Like, what did you do before you got to where you are today?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a long journey. I'll say that, to say the least, because a lot of times, we can post on social media, online, through email, etc. And oftentimes, what people are seeing is kind of just the highlight reel. But before I got to that highlight reel, my journey, ups and downs, etc., to where I am today. But essentially, I started in the fitness space, training and managing in fitness gyms. So working with, sales leaders, working with personal trainers, working with customer service representatives, etc. And then transitioned from there into coaching. And I was doing a lot of coaching. I'm a master trainer in NLP, neuro linguistic programming. And so a lot of my coaching and training came from that. And I kept in the same area, right? So teaching people how to actually sell, right? How to close sales, how to create products and offers that they were able to market and sell to their audience. And basically, at the time, I was in a place where I had this kind of void inside, right? When you are, it seems like everything is clicking for you, right? You're in the right path, on the right path, but seemingly there's this void or gap. And that's what it felt like for me. And at that point in time, I transitioned. I went back into school. I was in Bible college at the time at Tyndale University. And the goal was to go complete my degree, do my master's, obtain my PhD, and just start teaching people. One thing about me, I've always wanted to impact in some capacity. And for me, it was teaching, right? How to into kind of this true human potential that we have, how to expand that, right? And while I was there, the bottom kind of just fell out under me, ran out of money, and I was kind of trying to figure out what is it I'm going to do? What's kind of the next move? How am I going to transition? And that's when I came across the online marketplace. And it was literally out of just sheer desperation. I came into this opportunity, and one thing led to the next. I started doing some research and finding out how I can actually develop my skill set in the online marketplace. And then I came across social media. And at that time, it was just pumping. Like, social media was in the prime at that point in time, specifically on Instagram. And I transitioned, bam. and kind of went into doing some training and courses and learning how to actually grow on social media.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing. So you didn't always start out, you weren't born like a social media influencer.
absolutely not. No, 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 no. Didn't start there
Yeah.
for me at all.
Wow. So, Bible college, from Bible college, I think one time you said you were a youth pastor as well, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So, Leonard, you've always had a heart for service and serving and helping others.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Even now, where I'm at right now in what I do, that's the core of what I do. It's led and driven by helping people,
Hmm.
right? It doesn't matter what space you're in, what the passion is, what you're doing for your career. It's all about helping people to get to that next point in their life.
Wow. Now, before we jump into maybe, I would love for you to maybe share a couple of specifics, if you're able to, of maybe the type of clients, or your ideal client, or the type of clients you've been able to help, and how you help them. Wanted to, just let some of my friends know, if you are watching, okay, this rarely happens because, when you have someone who is documented, right? Documentation beats conversation, and who's actually not only helping clients make money online, but Rolando, you're making money online yourself, because some people can teach, but they can't play the game, right?
Yeah,
Some people
yeah,
can play, but they can't teach. You can do both. So, for those of you who are watching and you're thinking, oh, yeah, I love to learn more from Rolando, I've twisted his arms to offer you a discovery call. Normally you're paying hundreds and thousands of dollars. Right? Companies are paying Rolando hundreds and thousands of dollars just for him to help them grow their brand and their business. But you'll see the link right here, landoforsuccess.com/Rolando Fresh. Just go there and book a, is it 30 minutes, Rolando? 30
yes,
minutes?
yeah.
I mean,
30 minutes.
that's very generous of your time. Okay. So if you guys want, if you enjoy what you're going to hear from Rolando, please book a time with them. So what's an example, like a business, maybe that you work with, and why would they work with you, and how did you help them?
Yeah. So a lot of my clientele is based around busy CEOs, business owners, entrepreneurs, consultants, content creators, freelancers, essentially anyone who has a business that they want to grow, that they want to expand into a bigger audience. This is the individuals I help. Um, I guess the best way to think about it is look at everything that took place throughout the pandemic, right? The amount of companies that had to close just because of the pandemic was it was massive, and so you found a lot of people transitioning online. Now the question is, okay, well, how do I market online? How do I position myself as an expert online? How do I grow a following online? Then how do I generate traffic? How do I turn
Mm,
that traffic into followers and leads and sales?
wow.
Well, those are the individuals that I help that are in that position, that they have an expertise, they have a service, they have a product, they want to sell it online. They just have no idea how to market it, or how to position themselves.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is there a, uh, you okay if I put you on the spot,
Yeah. Go
Orlando?
ahead. Go ahead.
Is there a specific industry that you can think
Um,
of someone you worked with? Like, I know, part of our audience are authors and coaches and life coaches and business coaches or realtors.
yeah.
Have you worked with anyone in that area, those
Yeah,
areas?
yeah, absolutely. That's a good question. So specifically, yes. So speakers, who want to again promote their message to the market, to the masses, that they're looking at booking more speaking gigs. I've worked with speakers. I've worked with online coaches. Whether you're a fitness coach or a life coach, I've worked with course and content creators. I've worked with authors. So yeah, it's a wide range of clientels that I have.
Yeah. Let's talk
Yeah,
about fitness for a minute.
let's do it.
Shireen, your wife Shireen, and I often joke about how I'm someone, my kids tell me, Rolando, if I can turn sideways in the shower and still probably never get wet, right? I've always wanted to get fit, and you're someone like you're fit, and you used to work for one of the biggest fitness um, companies,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah,
across the country, and you've done
yeah,
well in the fitness industry. You train salespeople in the fitness industry. You mentioned the pandemic. A lot of brick and mortar businesses aren't there anymore. So there are fitness. There are people who are trying to build their fitness online, like their business
yeah,
online.
yeah.
What would you say to someone like that right now, and how can you help them generate more leads in business online?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great question. So the thing is, with social media, I think the first thing to keep in mind is that it's 100% a value exchange platform. Okay, and so the first thing is just finding out which platform is going to be more beneficial to you. Okay, where exactly does your audience show up the most? Where are they spending the most amount of time? And wherever that platform is, it could be Facebook, it could be Instagram, it could be TikTok, it could be even LinkedIn, right?
Mm,
Whatever that platform is, that's where you want to be the most. And a lot of times, what I see is people are pouring all this energy and time into multiple platforms. But usually, I would recommend find one first, where your audience is spending the most amount of time, okay, and then narrow down your target audience. So you have your market, and in this example, it's fitness, but then you also have your sub market, which now you're going a little deeper, right? So in that market of fitness, it might be the sub market might be people who want to lose weight.
mm,
Now, if you want to really niche down and go even more specific, you can say men or women who want to
mm.
lose weight, and then you have your high targeted niche, which is even more specific, right? So there's a
Wow.
lot of tiers to this. Now, the high target niche is basically women or men, and you're going to choose one of the genders who are in 9 to 5 that want to lose X amount of weight, right?
Mm,
And they don't have time, right? So now you're getting really, really specific. Once you do that, you know exactly what they're looking for. So it makes it so much easier to create content for this particular group. And then by creating content, now you're going to get feedback from them, right? And now they're interested in probably, purchasing a course or an ebook or joining maybe a group that you have, whether it's online training. And now you can create a program and offer around that, and then you can offer that to your audience. And now you've grown an audience and you're able to monetize it as well.
love it. Grow an audience, monetize it. I love the sound of monetizing. Ka-ching.
Yeah, yeah,
Rolando, I know one of your specialties is organic,
yes.
like building organic traffic. Could you share maybe your opinion, organic versus paid? Because there's benefits for both, and I know you know how to do both. I've seen you do both.
Yeah,
I've seen your ads, pop up on my feeds,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
Why do you think organic is one of the best ways to grow your business?
Well, I say organic is the best in the beginning because you don't have to worry about, number one, spending and exhausting too much money right up front. Also, what organic does is it helps you to have a tested, proven concept that that's marketable, that you can sell it, and there's an audience and a demand for it, right? So as long as there's a demand for it, organic allows you to test it a lot,
Mm,
and also save money so you're not spending. At some point in time, depending on where you are in the process of your business, what stage you're at, scalability, of course, if you do paid advertising, you're going to be able to scale it a lot faster.
mm.
But organic is going to help you to prevent doing all this different testing, seeing what works, blowing a hole in your pocket, and then having no results in the end.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I hear in terms of blowing a hole in your pocket, right? I hear every dollar you spend, you should make three.
Yeah,
Well, I've been there. Every $3 I was spending, I was making one.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, how do you avoid that? Is there a way to avoid that, or?
Well, the thing too is Facebook is specifically Facebook, like it's changed drastically with the new iOS as well. But it's completely a pay-to-play platform. And so unless you're willing to spend a lot of money right out front, it's going to be very, very difficult, right? Where you have other platforms when you can just do organic strategy. And I find it benefits you a lot more.
Yes.
Yourself and the client's going to be a lot happier because they're seeing more return on the dollars that are spent. Exactly. So.
Yeah. I use Facebook pretty well. My kids tell me, Dad, you're like a technical dummy. Facebook is where I live, and I hear like there's LinkedIn and there's Instagram and TikTok. And what do you have a preferred platform that you like yourself?
Yeah, my go-to is Instagram.
Instagram. Okay.
Yeah, Instagram's my go-to. Yeah.
What do you like best about Instagram?
One, it's kind of where I started on social media, really learning the ins and out of social media. Also, though, aside from TikTok, it is still one of the only platforms that you can grow today in 2022 organically. Yeah.
Wow.
Right. And there's a lot of just small little strategies and techniques that you can implement that still work very, very well today.
Amazing. So this 30-minute session you're offering, complimentary session. And if you guys are watching, if you drop in right now, this is a very good friend of mine, Mr. Rolando Francis, who, in my opinion, is one of the top experts when it comes to online marketing and actually making money online. Okay. So what, I lost my train of thought there. My apologies. This is called old age, right? But
No worries.
In terms
you were gonna ask about the session coming up.
Yeah, sorry. Well, you have an event. I'm gonna have you talk about the 17th for a minute, where you have a live event with a number of amazing other folks with expertise. This 30-minute session. So if the folks who are watching are thinking, yeah, I want to deep dive more with Rolando to learn my business, how some things you talked about, how do you get, how do you generate more leads for your business, what platforms right for you, and so on. Tell me a little bit more about this 30-minute session. Like, why should someone book this 30-minute session with you? It's online, it's free, like from the comfort of your home.
Yeah, 100%. Well, here's the thing. If you are a business owner in any capacity, an entrepreneur, course creator, realtor, speaker, author, coach, and you run a business, you have a product or service, and you have social media, again, my example of the pandemic is the first place that I would go to, right? Like, how everyone is talking about, growing their business online through social media, generating all these leads and sales. The question is, why is right now one of the best opportunities to do that? And so I'll give you 3 answers. So here's 3 reasons that I'll give. Number 1, 50% of every dollar that's generated is represented by the online marketplace. Okay, wow. 50% of every single dollar represented by the online marketplace. Second reason is the traditional.
That's a big number. That's a big number.
Massive number.
Yeah,
that's massive.
Yeah.
Right. So if you think of that as a business owner in terms of you generating not only revenue but profit, right? That's a great place to be into, and it's to make sure that you're on the online marketplace. The second thing is traditional business models are dying. And we see that right across the board. Massive iconic companies and brands, right, have to end up shutting down, and a lot of them due to the pandemic.
Right.
And then I guess the third thing that I would say is that selling online comes with massive scalability, right? There's really no downside to selling online, right? There is 0 geographical boundaries online. You can sell globally. It doesn't just have to be locally, as long as you have a product or service. And so in this session, I guess my main objective is to just shine a spotlight on that for the individuals who do have a social media. You got a phone, you got an iPhone or Android, whatever phone you use.
Yes.
you
Yes.
have Wi-Fi and social media, then anything is possible.
Wow.
Yeah. And
What?
so, yeah, that's my main objective, to help them to understand exactly how to position themselves online, and then to grow their following, make a massive impact, and turn those leads and followers into customers.
That's amazing, right? And that's why we're in business, right? Customers equals sales. Sales equals income, money,
Yeah.
money in the bank. That's why we're in business, right?
Yeah.
Rolando, again, for the folks who are watching, go ahead, book that 30-minute session with Rolando and come and meet him in person. You have an event coming up, and I'm going to see if I can switch this for a minute here. There it is. So Business Expo. So Saturday, September 17th, one full day live event, a number of speakers, exhibitors, vendors, VIP lunch. You're going to be a panel expert in the morning as well as during the VIP lunch. What is this day about? And so for the folks who are watching right now, I know you have a free complimentary ticket here. And I wish you were charging like $1,000 for this ticket, right? Because
Yeah.
if you don't pay, you don't pay attention, was what my mentor said to me. And so you have
100%.
such incredible value here yourself and some of the other panel experts and speakers. What is this day about, Rolando? Why should people come?
Yeah, you know what? It's a rule of thumb for me, and I'm so glad and excited, Gordon, that you're able to put this together and it's live. It's one of the best ways to shift your business and to shift your personal development. The caliber of people, and I've attended some of your events, and we've worked together on some of the events as well. And honestly, just the caliber of people is just phenomenal. Like, one of my personal rules of thumb for my business is I always want to attend at least 2 local events, 2 to 4 local events in my area that are higher caliber. Specifically, like paid events is what I mean, because just like you said, if you don't pay, you don't pay attention. And then at least one big national event. And so
Yes.
I think now that we are, kind of coming together, people are getting out and all that kind of stuff, this is a great way to mix and mingle, network, and really just build those relationships with individuals that are like-minded, right? That are higher caliber. And the thing you got to understand as a business owner, and for those of you that are listening and watching right now, is the money is in the people, right? And the knowledge that they have, that proximity.
I love that.
So a lot of times,
Say that again, because you're a master at building mailing lists. I know that. So folks, you're watching and you want to learn how to build mailing lists with Rolando, because they say the money's in the list. I've heard the money's in the list. You're the first person I heard say, I'm paraphrasing now. How did you say that the money is in the people?
In the people. Yeah.
That's crazy. I never heard that before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, no worries. Because it's all about the proximity, right? And here's what I mean specifically. You come to an event and you don't even have to think about where my next deal is coming from. Just build the relationship with the individual. Now, the relationship that you're building might not be your customer, but they might know someone that will be your customer, right?
Wow.
It's the difference. Wow. It's this mentality of farming and fishing, I like to say. Yeah. Right. So you don't go necessarily just to fish and catch that fish and close a sale right there. No. You go, you build relationship with the individual, and you always want to be valued, forward thinking. So you're giving value, you're building genuine relationships. And before you know it, that person might know someone, or they'll know your expertise and what you specialize in, and they refer you to other individuals.
That's incredible. I love that. And again, for the folks who are watching, this is Rolando Francis. Some of you may not know this. One of my last events prior to COVID was the Business Well Summit. That was held near the Toronto airport at the Westin Hotel. It was a massive success. Right? We had John Shin, the executive producer, Think and Grow Rich, Legacy the Movie, who was one of the speakers at that event. I see my friend Terrence Lushington is here. Terrence sold VIP tickets and filled the whole front room of that event. But a lot of people don't realize this. Rolando Francis was actually one of the individuals on our team that helped us with the promotion of that event. So Rolando, you know, a lot, and I wanted to share that with the folks that are watching. So for some of you who are authors, coaches, and speakers, you're thinking, okay, how do I grow my business? Rolando helped me grow the Business Wealth Summit. And then Rolando, you mentioned one big event a year. I remember you and I and a number of us paid a lot of money to hop on a plane to go to California.
Yep.
For a City Summit City Gala.
Yep. Yep.
Why do with the success that you have now, and you're already coaching, you're a successful coach, why do you still go and attend big events like that?
Yeah, literally just everything I explained. It's for that. It's to get into the room with certain people and to build relationships with them, right? Because I know the massive value in that. And I think it's one of the best ways to grow your business, especially if you're just starting out, or if you feel a little stagnated, right? If you feel a little stuck right now, a live event, it's the place to go.
Yeah.
Right.
And how do you feel about this live event, the Business Expo coming up?
Man, I'm excited for this. This is my first live event for the year. So I'm excited. I'm excited to meet all of you who will be there. Obviously the rest of the co-speakers and people, the panelists that will be there as well. Some of them are good friends of mine also. So looking forward to kind of just reconnecting with them as well. But yeah, it's going to be, I'll tell you this right now, the caliber of speakers alone that are going to be there, you already know it's going to be a phenomenal event.
Yeah.
So, you guys will get a lot of gems from the event. So, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I can meet some of you that are viewing right now and commenting at the actual event. And please, don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Come up to me, say hi. I would love to shake your hand, and kind of just.
You don't bite, right? You don't bite.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah. That's what I love about you, Rolando, is you are approachable, right? So folks, if you guys are watching, sometimes we have individuals who reach success and then they're just not very friendly anymore. You're not going to find that with Rolando. So if you are interested in booking a complimentary session with Rolando, you can do that now. Okay, it's online. Just go to orlandoforsuccess.com, Rolando Francis, and get a chance to meet him, right? See if he can help. If you have some questions about your business, how he can help you grow it online, now's the time for you to do that. And then you can still come and meet him in person as well. And then you can grab a free complimentary ticket. And if you want to sit down for lunch with Rolando, all the VIP guests, okay, we have like maybe 10 or 15 tickets left. And you can go to this link here, landforsuccess.com VIP guests. Because when you sit down at a table with someone, it's incredible. Well, then I'm going to put you on the spot because you're too humble about talking about you. When we were at the City Summit City Gala, you sat at a table. Tell us about this gentleman that you met, who I believe he's done about $1 billion worth of pay-per-view television for some of the most famous MMA and professional boxers in the world. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. Should we name drop here?
You can. I mean, just tell us about that experience, because you showed up to that event and you didn't know him when you showed up, right?
No, not at all.
And then here's over 1,000 people at this gala charity event, and you got to sit at the head table with this individual.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a phenomenal experience, and it was so cool because he was very down to earth, like super down to earth. Asked me a little bit about myself, what I do, and just literally share. In that one conversation, he probably dropped so many gems that like just blew my mind, right? And it was just a conversation, just regular conversation. It was like we knew each other for a while. And then we end up building and developing a relationship from there, and friendship, which was amazing. So this is why I love going to events, because you get this opportunity. But it was, it's one of those experiences that I will cherish and remember forever. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just never know who you can meet, right? Like Lee that
Yeah.
you met. I think some
Yeah.
of his clients are like Oscar De La Hoya,
Yeah.
Rampage Jackson,
Yeah.
right? Mike Tyson, and I always forget he's made more money than anybody as a boxer. What's uh,
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd
Yeah.
Mayweather, right? Those are his clients,
Yep. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So when you
And Lee,
show
if you
up, you
see this,
just
big shout out to you, man. I love you,
yeah,
brother.
you
He's an
just
amazing
never
guy.
know, right? Who you're
Yeah.
going to meet when you show up. All right, well, Rolando, thank you so much for taking the time because I know you've got you've got you're busy with your own practice. You're a family man, and you took the time to be here with us tonight. So I encourage anybody who's watching, you're watching the replay, book a session with Rolando. More importantly, come and meet him in person. Now, before you go, Rolando,
Yeah.
I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
Put you on the spot. So, our friends, our circle of influence, or members of the Enter for Success can say, "Okay, got it. I know a little bit who Rolando is." Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, first question, Rolando, is what? No, you don't have to start sweating, my friend.
I
No
know. I'm
sweating. No,
like,
I'm
what's
just
he
kidding.
gonna ask me?
What is your favorite color? Blue, eh?
Lou. Yeah.
Okay. It's funny. Shireen is a branding expert as well. And she said, Gordon, you should wear blue from now on. So maybe we have something in common here. Blue. Okay. My second question for you is what is your favorite ice cream or yogurt?
Ice cream. If I were to narrow one down, I would say almond pistachio.
Almond. I've never tried that.
Yeah, I think you can probably. I think they may only sell it
Almond
at
pistachio.
Baskin Robbins. That's usually where
Baskin
I get it from.
Robbins.
Yeah.
I don't see too many Baskin Robbins around anymore.
Yeah, there's not. There's just a few of them, but almond pistachio, you definitely got to try that out.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to put that on the list. My last question for you is this. If you could wave a magic wand right now
Yes.
and do one thing for Rolando, okay? Not somebody else, because again, I know you have such a servant's heart. You're always thinking about how I can serve, how I can help other people.
Yes.
But I want you to think about for a minute. If you could wave a magic wand and there was one thing you can do for Rolando, what would you do right now?
What would I do right now?
What would you do for Rolando?
Let me see. That's a very good question. You definitely put me on the spot here. Let's just say I would be in a very tropical, sunny island right now. That's what I do for myself. Take a vacay. Yeah.
Incredible. Have an island in mind?
No. Well, yeah. If I were to know, I would say maybe Aruba. I've heard Aruba is very beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I heard that's beautiful. So it's on the bucket list right now. So
that's amazing. Well, I know one of the individuals you're going to be sharing the stage with on Saturday, Rosetta. Rosetta is the CEO of the Caribbean Think and Grow Rich Institute.
That's
and
right.
We're planning a retreat, like a mastermind retreat.
Oh, nice.
And maybe Jamaica or one of the Caribbean islands. So
yeah,
can you imagine, folks, if you guys are watching and we have a mastermind in Jamaica, and someone like Rolando could be there for you to meet and network and mastermind with? Wouldn't that be amazing? And so this coming Saturday, again, you're going to get a chance to meet Rolando. You don't have to fly to Jamaica right now. If you want to come with us in the next spring, you're welcome to do that. But right now, let's pretend the Marriott Hotel in Vaughan next Saturday is Aruba.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Rolando. Before we go, do you have any final thoughts that you would like to share with me?
Yeah, if you are thinking of coming to the event, of course, I'm going to strongly suggest and encourage you come. But bring someone with you. Bring a business partner, bring a friend, maybe a spouse. I always find that that actually increases your experience while you're there. So definitely click the link. I think it's either below or somewhere around here. Grab your ticket. And again, if you're looking at, growing your online presence and also your brand and your business online through social media, you can personally click on my link and book a session. I'd love to meet you and help you out there.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much. I see Mr. Lester Bailey is here as well. He said Aruba is so beautiful. And
Oh,
it's kind of neat because that was another individual you met at the City Summit City Gala. And here's an individual who's retired
yes.
police officer, right, for 35 some odd years, and he protected two U.S. presidents. Can you guys imagine? And that individual sat at the head table at this gala with Rolando. So
Yeah.
show up, you guys, right? Just show up to the event on 17th. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Rolando, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us as well.
Thank you, Gordon. Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. Take care, everyone.
All right. Take care.